Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France Tech G4567 game with Mercator, catchyslim, and def_k. So, let's look at this opening pile. I think Crop Farmer is pretty good. Engineering Apprentice is good. Let's read Realtor. Get 2 stone. Any player can pay me 1 food to rearrange. Giving the other players the ability to rearrange is not that meaningful. 2 stone is nice though. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I wheel self-employee here, and then I play Engineering Apprentice and try to get a bunch of stables. That's probably reasonable. Or Engineering Apprentice plus Rancher is a thing. Yeah, so Engineering Apprentice first pick looks okay here. Get Rancher or Self-Employee back. Yep. Okay, I like Overachiever a lot. Village Druid with Engineering Apprentice is good as well, because I don't actually have to figure out what to do with the sheep until, like, I can get 2 sheep out of Village Druid with Engineering Apprentice, hold both of them and breed into my house, and then build the cooking implement after that. Although I really like Overachiever. It's a very strong card. Yeah. Have to think about this one a little bit. Overachiever is so good. But Village Druid does... The other thing to think about Village Druid is it gives me food for that 5th, 6th, 7th occupation, which is nice. Yeah, I guess that combination is too good to pass up on. Just the 1-2 punch of Village Druid Engineering Apprentice is really good. I just need to pick like Dove Hunter or Reeve. Alright. Commercial Baker is very good, and I'm kind of sad passing it here, but Reeve is phenomenal. 4 wood for my room, and obviously I'm planning to play 7 occupations, so... I do like Primitive Man, but I definitely am going to want to build a way to eat animals, so I think I like Primitive Man less here. Yeah, good cards. Commercial Baker, Peon, Primitive Man, Mud Cleaner. Maybe I get Primitive Man on the rebound. Or Mud Cleaner. Maybe even Peon, but probably not. Usually people take Peon. Equestrian, eh? Equestrian, eh? I should read the other cards. Crapshooter. If you have Blah, you get Blah. Elder's Daughter is fine. I mean, Elder's Daughter is pretty good with Village Druid Engineering Apprentice. It gets me the 4 clay for the cooking hearth, which I know that I want. Oven Inspector is a way to play an occupation without using an action. Even if I don't care about the baking, it gets me a food and a plate occupation, which is relevant. But yeah, I'm gonna take Equestrian here, I guess. Passing more good stuff. Pasteurization Expert, Elder's Daughter. But this Equestrian is just way too good with Reeve, Village Druid Engineering Apprentice. Yeah, Equestrian is very good here. Yeah. So, just have to figure out if I could pick up a way to hold 1 animal from my miners, that would be nice. Because then, with 4 stables, I can have 2 breeding pairs. Or better yet, a way to hold 2 animals, because then with 3 stables, I can hold 2 breeding pairs. Because Equestrian is going to get me animals, and Village Druid are both going to get me animals I can't hold, which they could just be food, and that's fine, but... Hoping to hold at least 2 of the animals from Equestrian. Probably my goal with Equestrian is to get a boar and 2 cattle. And the cattle breed and the boar is just 2 points, so Yeah, self-pasture would be good. Yeah, self-pasture would be really good here. Self-pasture would triple my animal capacity for a long time. Okay, so gonna do my little plug. Guys, on Saturday, hosting a little 2-game mini tournament on Play-agricola. Rancher looks good here. Yep. Over Realtor. On Saturday, hosting a little 2-game tournament on Play-agricola. I'm asking for the community to donate to the Canadian Red Cross's international COVID-19 relief efforts. And then I'm matching those donations in a donation to the winner's local food bank. So there's a bit of a prize for the winner. We're up to about $50 right now, which is pretty cool. Because I'm expecting more to come in on Saturday. Three ways to donate. You can donate to the site directly, and then what you do is you take a picture of your get stone. Once you live in a clay house, whenever you use an action, it takes whenever you receive 1 stone whenever you use an action to take wood or clay. That seems really good. I mean, you do have to get to a clay house, so. But yeah, that seems pretty good. Countryman's okay here. I don't hate Countryman, but Stoneworker looks a bit better. And Mud Cleaner is still here, which is pretty surprising. Well, not surprising, but yeah, Mud Cleaner can do silly stuff. 2 clay for a... Oh, it mentions improvement. Oh, I just read room. Wow, I can use stone for an improvement and get 2 clay? Jeez. That is really strong. Yeah, there's 3 ways to donate. You can donate to the Canadian Red Cross on their website directly. That's the preferred method because any of the other methods, there's going to be a cut taken by PayPal. The second way is you can donate to me. You can send me money, a PayPal transfer. My email is agricolattorney@gmail.com. You can click on the link in chat. The third way is by donating to me on the day of. I've set up a tip jar below this stream. So if you want to donate, you can send me, you can put it in the tip jar on the day of, and I will pass it along. Yeah. What am I looking at? Holy crap. There's like 5 cards I'd be happy first picking without even reading the other ones. Pumpkin Seed Press. Okay, yeah. There's 5 cards here I'm happy first picking. So I'm going to throw out Twible and Twivel because this hand doesn't really get on Reedstone Food early. It's going to be looking to take 2 Reed when it can. So I'm going to throw out Twible and Twivel. Treasure Map is probably the pick. Just thinking, I know that I want to play at least 3 occupations quite early. Getting to 5 is not that difficult. Yeah. Like, I don't really need to... I can set up in the early game and then play Treasure Map on the Family Growth queue. Even if it's late, it's going to be ridiculously good. I'm going to have my feeding sorted. Muddy Waters is nice too, but yeah. I don't really have... if I had a way to plow already, then Apiary is very good, but I don't have crops or plows yet, so Treasure Map it is. The only problem with Treasure Map is that with Rancher, maybe I want to plow a random field, and Treasure Map doesn't really want to do that, but Coke stove? No. Streamer doesn't even read chat. No, I'm thinking about this pick. I have to make some correct decisions. Unfortunately, I didn't make any correct decisions last game, so I've got to make some correct decisions here. Oh, if I'd taken the Realtor card, farm plus Realtor would be interesting. Because then you can fence covering all your spaces and, you know, plus with Rancher, that would have been a thing. I actually don't hate Barbershop here. I don't hate Barbershop here just because of Rancher. Just with Rancher. And I also have Reeve. Don't hate Barbershop. But it's awkward to play Barbershop and Treasure Map in the same hand because Barbershop wants to come out before and the 2 read costs are annoying for this hand. Because like I said, I need to take read. I guess this is just full bottomed wig. I don't really have a great bounty hand yet. So I'm pretty sure I'm just taking full bottomed wig here. That's a 2 read and a point card that I'm happy to play after Treasure Map. I don't need to Reno before Treasure Map is in play. Don't really need Matic. Yeah. It gets me random clay. None of these trigger Mud Cleaner. Yeah. I think full bottomed wig is fine. Matic triggers Mud Cleaner. Yeah. But I'm not really sure when I want to play Matic. I don't really want to play... I don't want to draft miners that have to be played before Treasure Map, which Matic does, so... I think I'm just taking full bottomed wig here. Flower Pots is great. Alright, I can pick up Flower Pots here. Royal Reward. No unused farmyard spaces. So we've got a couple cards that want people to do that. Artist Garden with Apiary is pretty degenerate, so I almost feel like I have to take that here just to keep it away over Flower Pots. I mean, Breeding Barn is good too. But Breeding Barn gets me animals which I'm already going to have. Like, I'm already going to have the animals. So Breeding Barn lets me max out my animals, maybe. But it's... I'm already going to be able to get to 4 cattle, 3 boar, 4 sheep very easily. So Breeding Barn is maybe... Maybe it's 2 wood for... It might be 2 wood for 2 points. Maybe 2 wood for 3 points. Does trigger Mud Cleaner. Yeah, Flower Pots is really good. I feel like if I pass Apiary to the Artist Garden though, that's going to be really hard to beat. But Breeding Barn is good for me. Harvest Totem to get 2 animals every occupation. Get 3 occupations. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Flower Pots is relatively low impact compared to Artist Garden and Breeding Barn. And this hand doesn't really take the clay because Mud Cleaner is going to come out like 4th or 5th occupation at the earliest. Alright, yeah, Breeding Barns. The fact that Breeding Barns triggers Mud Cleaner I think puts it over the edge. It's turn 2 wood into 2 clay and get some points, so... That could be fine. Yeah. Hope I don't lose to like a cash crop or not cash crop, but more like pumpkin patch. No, not pumpkin patch, the squash. Stuff that wants you to clear your last field a bunch of times. Whenever you harvest the last thing, do something. Hope I don't lose to that. Or whenever you sow on this multiple times. Melon patch. Yeah, that's it. Pepper Farmer, yeah, exactly. Although, we didn't see Pepper Farmer in the draft, it's unlikely someone picked it really highly. Man, Tuileries. But, Milking Stool is phenomenal. I don't hate Woodcart here, but Milking Stool is phenomenal. Pretty happy that I got Breeding Barn now, so that works nicely. Mangrove Tree, so another thing that triggers off the 1 read space. So getting the 1 read space might be difficult this game. But yeah, Tuileries is really good. But not what I need this game. This is a very... Yeah, this draft is... The card quality in this draft is a lot higher than my last one. I'm not fifth picking academic and have it being reasonable. Or was it sixth pick academic? I don't remember. I guess it was fifth pick. No, academic was in the same, not in the same pile as Reeve. It was sixth pick. Yeah, I guess the other thing that I'll talk about the last game. I didn't really do the math because that takes effort. I kind of like to rely on the fact that I hope people can't use their first action just to block me, because I'm hoping that the other players are in a competitive enough position that that would be a game-losing play for the person who does do the block. But obviously, if I did the math, then maybe I would have been able to figure out that that was not going to be the case. Apiary wield? Like, what the? What the? So, clay hut extension. Someone took muddy land over apiary, which is crazy to me. So it was clay hut extension. I don't remember the other cards, but yeah. Someone took muddy lands over apiary or whatever. No, it's 2 and Tuesday. I get mulligan, or I get veto power. Would have been so rewarded for blocking Artist Garden. Yep, on 2 and Tuesday I get full veto power. Yeah, okay, so I was talking about the tournament. So if you guys would like to donate, I'd appreciate that, and you're able to, that would be great. We need players. So we've got about 9 people right now. So I'm hoping to get to 16 because that's like the max we could reasonably accommodate. So yeah, so we play a game at I won't be playing, I'll be casting. I'm going to plan to jump between the games. So we're going to have 16 players. Winners go to the final table. Play 2 games back to back. Yeah. And the winner, whoever does win, you get to win some money for your local community because I'll donate to your local food bank. So, yeah. So Bounty has Milking Stool as another card to trigger off of. I do have Rancher for farm. Unfortunately, Treasure Map comes in after farm, so I can't plow and then activate it. So I think I'm not taking farm here. Alright. Bounty, Apiary, Milking Stool seems pretty good. Although, you know what? Reeve is getting played. When is Reeve getting played? Is Reeve getting played before Rancher or vice versa? Reeve giving me 4 wood that helps me build is nice. Yeah, Bounty maybe is not great, although I can build guilds with Bounty. And I wield 2 cards that trigger Bounty, so... Yeah, Bounty Apple Garden is awkward because, of course, Apple Garden provides me with Bounty provides with vegetables, so I'd have to forego taking grain. Not really something I'm looking to do with Apiary and with a ton of fields. Sawmill is awkward. Harvest Totem is another crazy way to get animals. Yeah, maybe I can take Sawmill here over Apple Garden. I mean, Apple Garden could just be a thing that I play for free. It doesn't have to be something that... Like, I don't actually have to get the 2 points out of it. It could just be a vegetable in a field for a miner. I should be able to get the joinery, though, right? And then with Rancher... I always want pottery with mud cleaner, yep. Alright, so yeah, I know my occupation order, at least for the first 2. It's Village Druid into Engineering Apprentice. Very likely, yeah, the thing is I have Reeve and Rancher here, and both of them provide wood. Rancher maybe, like if there's anyone who plows early, then Rancher won't be wood for a while. Like not until I get to probably my 5th occupation and have built a room. Once I've got my 5th occupation and built a room, though, Rancher should be a couple wood. Reeve is obviously more wood the earlier you play it. Let's make the miners. cuddle close to each other. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, you can send me a DM on Discord or comment on the forum thread or whatever. So if you have any questions about Saturday, just let me know. What? Come on. What is going on? There. Oh, I need to refresh this window. Oh, it's still offset. I definitely thought they had fixed this issue. The offset clicking. That's odd. Oh well. Just have to keep in mind. It doesn't affect... It's not affecting anything else. Yeah, it's not affecting any of the other windows. It's weird. Something about my hand window is weird. Exit and re-enter, yeah, maybe. Then I have to resize everything. Yeah, because it wasn't happening before, so... Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about, use my temporary soapbox, or whatever soapbox I have. Guys, there's a awesome, super exciting forum post on the forum, the Play-Agricola forum. And it's it's someone from Lookout coming and asking for our feedback, which hasn't happened for like the last 8-9 years. And I would say it's pretty rare for a company, a business to engage in such a, like, not just DMing certain people, like creating a private group, to do it on a very public forum. 2 clay is fantastic to wheel here from my fireplace. It's pretty like unusual for companies to have that kind of open consultation with their players, because sometimes the players can be a little toxic. Which is just a mixture of the nature of the internet, and then also just like iterative design is hard, and like feedback and giving feedback constructively is hard. So what I'm going to ask is that everybody is we don't want to screw this up. So what would be fantastic is if this could happen more. If Lookout could consult with us more, that would be amazing. And I think it would be good for the future of the game, future of the site. I think it would be fun to be involved with that process. So basically, I don't want this to go really badly. And I think the way that it goes really badly is if we shit on their ideas. And yeah, so for example, when a company says, we're thinking about doing X, we want your feedback on how to implement it. I don't think constructive feedback is to say, I think it's a bad idea to do X. I think constructive feedback is saying, if you are implementing X, here are some ideas, here are some things to think about, here's stuff you should be aware of. Plow for catchyslim, so that hurts my rancher. So what I would say is when they come and say, we're thinking about doing this, we want you to help us rank these things. I don't think it's a good idea to say, I think this is a bad idea. I don't think you should do this. I think what you really want to do is stay hyper-focused on what they're asking for. Maybe we can give them that kind of feedback once we've built it. Once we've built like a more constructive relationship where maybe there's more dialogue. But basically, I want this to go well. Because if this goes well, then maybe we'll get more opportunities to do it, and we can have more influence over the future of the game, which I think would be amazing. Because not only would it be good for the future of the game, I believe, it would be good for us, because we'd be helping design the future of the game for us, which we know what we like, what we want. So yeah, just asking that when you're engaging with that, Treehouse Builder, okay. When you're engaging with that kind of discussion, just be really careful about taking 2 read here. 2 read into fireplace looks good. Just be really careful about how you're giving that feedback, and like I said, try to keep it focused. When they say we're thinking about idea X, don't respond idea X sucks and this is why. Respond, here's things that I would be aware of. Like, be very specific with your feedback. That's all. So if you are responding to that forum post, that's something to keep in mind. We can play treasure map as my first miner. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Def's got landing net and Matic, so yeah, Def really likes the Reedstone food and Reed space. So getting two Reed was actually really lucky for me because we could almost see Def take one Reed. It's very possible. Yeah, well, and so the other thing to keep in mind, General Crix, is there's also a pretty significant difference in Lookout contacting Chris, saying, "Hey, Chris, can you collect some feedback for us?" Chris asks for the feedback. Chris collects the feedback. Chris passes it back along, because Chris is a limiting factor, right? His time is limited. So we have Lookout. Everything Lookout does has to funnel into Chris and then funnel back out to us. And in that process, there's data lost in the compression, right? Whereas if we have Lookout come here directly and talk to us saying, "Hey, I am a Lookout employee. Here's what we're thinking. Give us feedback." That's a very different process, right? And I told this story last night, but it's definitely something that I'm cognizant of because so I didn't get in early on StarCraft 2. I got in like, I don't know, a year or two later, whatever. But I remember on StarCraft 2, you used to have the developers being very open and candid with their community. But over time, the community became more and more toxic in the way that they expressed their frustration. And so then you saw fewer and fewer times where the developers would have that kind of open conversation with the community. And it ultimately culminated. I remember so I told this story last night. The last time the lead game balance guy for StarCraft 2 went on a talk show, he had this 16-year-old rant at him, not really aggressively, and the 16-year-old was correct. He was absolutely correct, but he ranted at him about how Terran had no options in Terran versus Protoss for like 5 minutes. And the host was awful. The host should have cut him off way earlier, but the host didn't protect the guy. So then Blizzard was pretty much like, well, it's not safe for our employees to go into this kind of environment, so they stopped doing it. And that was a real shame because, I think it's obviously better for the community when you can have really good conversations between the developers and the players, because the developers actually get to yeah. So yeah, just something that I think it's worth being conscious of because this is a fantastic opportunity for us. 4 wood is great here. 4 wood, I should get expensive occupation on the rebound. Unless Def takes expensive oc here. But if catchyslim doesn't oc, then Def gets a cheap oc, and then I should wheel expensive oc because mercator probably won't play expensive oc, so looks good to me. Yeah, just getting whatever I need at the moment. Yeah. It's looking good. I was going to say, where'd my 2 clay go? I already built the fireplace. Whoops. So yeah, just something to be conscious of. So that's why I posted this. Just like so Pontin asks for these 2 very specific types of feedback. So if we're going to have a constructive relationship, when they ask for 2 specific types of feedback, we need to give that specific type of feedback, or else they're not going to come back to us because there's going to be no point. Like, they're not going to come here, give their ideas just to get shit on publicly, right? They're not going to do that. But if they say, hey, here's what we're thinking, and we say, okay, if you're thinking this, then here's how we would do it, blah blah blah. We have to accept that we have very little power. That's what I would say. We have to accept that we have very little power, and that any power that we want, we have to kind of be careful with and grow almost organically, I would say. I don't know if organic is the right word to use, but Okay, so Rancher or sorry, Reeve or Equestrian round 4, and also taking food because I'm gonna need food. And I won't build the first room, but that's okay. I will be able to build early in round 5. And it's definitely worth getting the sheep breeding to give up the first room, I would say. Well, there's no way for me to take wood. There's no way for me to take wood and feed this round. Unless I eat the one sheep, which I don't think makes sense. I think it's fine to let Def have the first room. He might not give me the choice anyways, right? He might not give me the choice. And I'm not taking 3 wood over Reeve. That comes with a stable and lets me breed my animals. That's a much better move. catchyslim start player woodcart with the self-employee. Yep. Crop farmer, commercial baker seem a bit redundant, but it's not bad. I mean, they're both good cards on their own. catchyslim Reedstone food here. So I don't like this from catchyslim. So I think with woodcart here, you need to be taking 2 reed. Yeah. Because you want to be taking 2 reed and then you want to take wood. You just want to spend lots of time taking wood. Maybe they need 1 stone. Possibly. Four food fishing and Reeve is the ideal round. Yeah, it's probably not going to be 4 food fishing. It's probably Reeve and 2 sheep. Probably. Equestrian does get me 1 extra animal, but the 4 wood is very important. Catchy may have Twibble. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Could see start player Twibble and Twibble second action. But then again, you're in a position where you're choosing between 4 wood and Reedstone food. And they're going to have to take Reedstone food because they need their second reed. So maybe it just wasn't, maybe Twibble and Twibble just doesn't fit that well in their hand, possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess the other thing we're wondering is why did catchyslim plow a field? That's the other thing that we can look at. Ask ourselves is why did catchyslim plow a field? Seems like it was not a very good move when you're trying to get woodcart out as soon as possible. Maybe they have a field payoff of some kind. I don't know. I'm still wondering how I wheeled apiary. That was crazy. That was quite crazy. Like, mercator could have taken apiary, and that lets him sow without using an action, which seems great. Like getting to pay food to sow. And Merc's the one with Twibble and Twibble. Oh, he's saying he could have bargained it. Oh. Yeah, that stinks. Well, do I let Mercator build in front of me? 6 clay is great. 6 clay is pretty great. We've also got 4 wood. If I build, my second action could be Rancher, and nobody's messing with Rancher at the moment. But 6 clay, 5 clay, 4 wood, I don't know. That seems really good. I guess with Mud Cleaner, do I think I need the clay a little less than normal? I'm thinking if I take 4 wood here, and I get 2 reed next round, I'll double build. Yeah, having a breeding pair of sheep here is phenomenal. And obviously, I'm well on track for the Reeve points. All my future occupations come with food. Yep, I'm in a good spot. Definitely in a good spot. Maybe 6 clay was correct for getting to clay faster to pick up... to try to build a clay room with stoneworker. Not sure. Def got the 6 clay. Because catchyslim is starting to take wood with their wood cart. Yeah, catchyslim's going to regret not taking 2 reed, I think. Especially without Twibble and Twivel. So 5 clay is available. I could play Rancher here. Could play an occupation here. Over 5 clay. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to play Equestrian here. Get net +1 food because the sheep goes away. This lets me play 2 reed. This lets me 2 reed and Rancher round 6 and double build and get a third stable. Should read Equestrian again. So yeah, pretty sure I get the stable before Equestrian, so I can get a cattle with my next occupation. And then if I play 2 occupations before round 7, I've got a breeding pair of cattle. With milking stool in hand, that seems pretty absurd. Mercator says he regrets not having taken it. You can't really play around first pick engineering apprentice. I wonder if catchyslim is thinking about start player here. I think that would be a mistake. It's too good for def. Oh, they're commercial baking. Okay, yeah, that works. Although with commercial bake, the 2 clay... Why did they take 2 clay? I wonder where they took 2 clay. Yeah, 2 clay is not enough. Obviously, you want 3 clay here for the clay oven. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm taking 2 reed first move next round. Because then catchyslim has to reed stone food. Nice call. Nice call. 50% of the time, he's right every time. That's right, General Crix, that's right. Grab 2 reed here. And I don't have to build this round, so I can safely play Rancher here. Because I can start player in 8. I can build in 7 and start player in 8, so that works. Samash. Oh, I updated my phone, and they did this really annoying thing where they changed the positioning of stuff without asking me. They changed the sidebar to have these extra things at the top, and it's messed me up because it's changed the positioning of everything on the sidebar, which is very annoying. Yes, this is going to be a very good game. This is going to be a very good game. So I'm going to eat the sheep, get net plus a food. I'll grab another stable. Don't think the position of the stable matters, and then get a cattle. Would be nice to play Mud Cleaner before building rooms next round. But I probably have to first action build. Depending on what catchyslim does here. I guess it's possible that I don't have to. Like catchyslim maybe could fence here. But probably build in 3 sheep are my 2 moves next round, or build in 3 stone. Build and Mud Cleaner is an option for the breeding pair of cattle, but I wouldn't mind playing full bottomed wig before getting the cattle breeding. I can get the sheep later easily enough, most likely. We'll see. Do need the reed for treasure map. Yeah, reedstone food maybe is a good option for the treasure map stuff. Yeah, catchyslim wants to start player stone oven, it looks like. Picking up the 2 stone there. I guess what I could do is keep the sheep for until I play full bottomed wig, because even with 1 cattle, milking stool is giving me a food. Yeah, Def's got wetlands. So Def has all the reedstone food stuff. Mark start players right away, not risking having to stable block. So Mud Cleaner would be incredible here. So I guess I ask myself the question, if catchyslim start players, or sorry, if catchyslim builds first move, then round 8 can I start player into build? Because catchyslim has to take food with their second action. So catchyslim, well, they don't have to. They could take wood to be able to stable block. You know what? I'll play it safe here. It sucks giving up on this clay, but I'll play it safe. I should have taken a wood from Rancher. Yeah. Yeah, this lets me second move reedstone food to get the reed for treasure map. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Renaissance Man here for Catchy Slim. Okay. So is he going to fence with his second move? To get the vegetable and then eat a raw grain? Yeah, maybe. That would be good for me. Because it makes it that much more likely that I get to double build. Although, who am I kidding? Def is going to... will start player read build if given the opportunity. So I have to start player. Yeah. Oh, there's going to be 2 6... Potentially some 6 wood and 6 clay actions. And also 4 sheep. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, 4 wood taken. Makes sense. Two food, H feed 4. Yeah, so Catchy Slim. Is Catchy Slim gonna fence here? Or take wood again? They do fence, yeah. I mean, I'll let them get the sheep. I think I have to... Well, 6 wood's on the table. I get a wood round 8. You know what? In this game, 6 wood is just not really that good. Between Rancher, the sapling just came home. 6 wood is probably... Oh, you know what? Def played the pottery. Okay, Def is not going to jump me. Okay, I can take 6 wood then. I almost wonder if 6 clay is better. Which seems crazy to ask. But I think 6 clay might actually be better here. It keeps Def away from building. Yeah, 6 wood sucks. Yeah, with Ranch, I think that was correct. Even with Sawmill in hand, I think it's okay. I wouldn't mind Bargain Hunter, honestly. Start plowing my fields already to protect my ranch. Yeah, I think Catchy Slim's gonna have feeding problems here. Just because they don't have enough clay. So they have to build the stone oven, which means they just bake 1 grain. Which means for them... Yeah. They probably have to trigger Crop Farmer some more. Yeah, unfortunately Crop Farmer, Commercial Baker is just awkward together. Just awkward. Animal Husbandry Worker. Okay, that's good to know about. So I need to ideally get 6 fields. I mean, I can play... Treasure Map is going to be my first miner, so if I play 7 miners, it's doable. Clay Hut Extension. I have to start player here. I was thinking momentarily about not doing so, but Clay Hut Extension. Clay Hut Extension. Oh, animal husbandry worker is screwing with my rancher. That's too bad. That that is sad. Yeah, I need to cover 2 spaces. Start spamming occupations. So I kind of want to play Bounty to get Milking Stool out, but I also want to play Full Bottomed Wig, like, and also Bounty for guilds. I also wouldn't mind playing Full Bottomed Wig, just because then I can get rid of these 3 sheep and start holding cattle. Yeah, and you know what? Full Bottomed Wigs gets me Reno 1 action earlier to turn Stoneworker on. That might be okay. catchyslim remembering, yeah, remembering Clay Hut extension, I'm guessing, and realizing that they are forced to build here, which unfortunately turns off the Renaissance Man. Yeah, that's the tough part about Renaissance Man. Full bottom wig, plow a field. 7 food on traveling players. Mercator must be really spamming those bargain hunters things. Playing foxberries here. Foxberries is quite nice. Yeah, Catchy Slim has to start player, because if they don't, Def's probably going to start player Clay Hut extension. My second action, 5 sheep, I guess. 10 food seems okay. 4 wood's not bad. Yeah, Catchy Slim's in a tough spot. Just their feeding is really awkward. Yeah, star players don't have in here. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that they're not baking 2. Maybe they do bake 2, actually. Maybe they recognize their problems and bake 2. No, they're just baking 1. So they're hoping to get Reedstone Food second action, probably, to turn Renaissance Man back on. If I Reno, I could play a miner. Would that get ranch active again? 3, 7. I'm at 7 right now, so a second field would turn ranch back on. But it would come at. Oh, the sheep are gone. Actually, the sheep being gone. 7 food feels bad when I can get as much food as I can out of the occupation space. Right? Yeah, let's start breeding the cattle. Alright, so I'll play occupation mud cleaner here, because maybe I reno and wood or stone. I would have to reno clay oven. Yeah, maybe I reno clay oven next round. So eat the vegetable net +1, and I also get a cattle, so I'll eat a sheep to make room for the cattle. Eat another sheep to breed the cattle in the harvest. Alright. Well, if Def doesn't first move start player, I will. Obviously, because I love start player with treasure map. And I do want actions, so... Yeah. Reno clay oven next round looks okay. Since the 2 clay is... I get, like, it's only 1 clay, 1 stone for 2 points. So even though I don't bake, it doesn't really matter. Watching to see if Mercator is going to start plowing fields. Maybe last action plow to trigger foxberries here. Def's obligated to first move start player. Means Mercator gets 6 wood next round. But again, what is kind of garbage in this game? Wood is cheap. Wood is real cheap. Oh, they said 1 RM, which I read as room, but it means Renaissance Man here. Is Clay Oven worse than Bounty here? I wonder if I should be taking... Because the Clay Oven is a major improvement, which is great. So it's contested by the other players at the table. But I want to play Milking Stool. I want to play Apiary. I kind of want to get all 3 of them out before the end of the next harvest. That's a lot of animals for Mercator. Is it first pick Treehouse Builder, or does Mercator have, like, or Animal Husbandry Worker? Probably one of those 2. Could have something like Zoo Director. Something like Zoo Director would be pretty crazy. Faunamancer would be really good here. Of course, you have to actually find a way to eat animals, but yeah, Faunamancer could be really good here. Playing 2 miners this round seems like a good idea because of... getting Rancher back online. Panda for catchyslim. Okay. Def's got a clay hut extend here. That means Mercator gets 6 wood again if he wants it. Does he want it? There's 8 food on traveling players at the moment. Oh man, 8 food on traveling players, eh? That's quite a bit. And Mercator is taking Reedstone food when 6 wood's available. Yeah, he wants to be able to rent out Clay Hut Extension, right? That's what he's setting up for. Well, wood's cheap, but it's not cheaper than 8 food for me. And I don't really want the 6 wood to get back to Def, which it probably would get taken by catchyslim, but you never know. Rick doesn't need... Oh, Tower Builder, of course. Yeah, good call. Or Treehouse Builder, yes. Right. So he's just getting stuff to reno then, I guess. Figures that he doesn't need stables for a bit. Does need to build a fireplace. Yeah, he does want to build a fireplace for sure. Yeah, so I like Reno and Stoneworker here. Reno Bounty. Reno Bounty and then Stoneworker. And then I have Start Player Milking Stool next round, which is going to be a great action. Then I can play Apiary later in the round to sow the vegetable. Getting stone for the joinery would be good. catchyslim goes for the food. Yeah, 8 food is a nice action. But with Commercial Baker, baking less than 2 and then having to take food later is pretty sad. Pretty sad about that. Want a hearth at some point? I'm not even sure that I need it. I think it's probably going to be relatively easy for me to build a hearth with the mud guy, but I'm not even totally sure that I need it. So I get 2 clay here. I need to pay a food for a veg. And then I need to eat. Go ahead and eat a sheep here to get F for I. Plus CC. Save R. Oh, I don't get to buy the vegetable yet. I'm dumb. But I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So if I play Occupation and build a stable with my last action, then I get to trigger Rancher next round. So I think rather than taking a second sheep here, I'm going to take a boar for equestrian. Just because it makes it really easy for me to get the breeding pair with a 1 animal action. I don't have to rely on the second getting a both boar with 1 move. Because with breeding barn, I certainly want to do that. Merc's got peon. Okay. Eat a sheep. Get a sheep back. Also get a boar. And yeah. 6, 5 plus Wood Rancher. Plus Wood Rancher round 11. I'm going to have way too much clay. Not getting the pottery is sad. I'm going to have way too much clay. Because both I get 2 clay off of breeding barn and milking stool, and if I build the joinery, I get clay off of all of those. So maybe I'm building a 5th room. That's actually probably what I should be doing here. Since I get stone pretty easily for my stone house reno. Yeah, if I can pick up 2 reed. 2 reed and build in round 12. 2 reed, build, grow round 12. Def's got imported timber. Yeah, that's gonna... Wood is cheap. Wood is so cheap this game. I'm pretty happy that I picked up that I'm the only person who's built 2 wood rooms because of how cheap wood is. But I haven't been able to grow again, so that's sad. That is sad. Something like Wealthy Man would be pretty good here for Def. Fencing big like that is interesting. Means he probably doesn't have any field help. He might have picked up the fill your farm. He might have picked up a fill your farm, get stuff card. So I'll eat the sheep here to get, because 2 sheep is relatively easy to get. To get field and vegetable. Need H plus IV. So I'm getting 2 food out of milking stool. I can eat a cattle for 3 food. That's 5. I need 1 more food after that. Oh, plus CC as well. I should read Stoneworker again so that I remind myself what I do. If I take wood or clay, I get stone. So I could take 3 stone, or I could take 3 stone, 1 wood. 3 stone, 1 wood lets me last action build the joinery. And then joinery, wood, plus cattle, plus milking stool is enough to feed. Although, if I'm building the joinery, I want to be triggering bounty, ideally. What about fencing here? Take 3 wood and a stone and then fence? That's not enough food, unless I eat something, which I don't want to do. I mean, I could fence and then take the 2 sheep, but then I'm not taking 3 wood. I think 3 wood and a stone is okay here. I'm trying to preserve stuff for this round going into round 12, but I need to recognize that bounty, even if I eat my vegetable here, bounty gets me the vegetable back. Even if I eat wood here, rancher's getting me more wood. Yeah, I have to recognize that I'm able to do multiple things at once, which is great. 3 stone with the well still available is kind of crazy. Maybe I should have just gone for the well. I don't know. Joinery and the sawmill upgrade is pretty fantastic. Am I gonna play 3 more miners? Maybe. I mean I do want to plow 3 more fields, unless I build a clay room. I guess that's the question: is do I want to build another clay room? Mercator is competing with me for the family growth with room space, and if Def has the card that holds a room when you fill your farm. If he has that card, then that's relevant. Because both of those players will want family growth with room. Yeah, maybe the clay is just useless clay. Or nearly useless. Def's got hobby farmer here. Okay. Yeah, not being able to buy the vegetable is a little sad, but I'll just eat a vegetable. So it's I get one food out of bounty here instead of a full vegetable, which is fine. I'm gonna end up eating vegetables for points eventually, anyways, or for eating vegetables for food, anyways. Three stones still there, which is crazy, just crazy. The well's still available. Oh, also Def killed my rancher. Def did kill my rancher. Oh, you know what? Def's gonna reorganize his farm. He picked up. He's got some way to reorganize his farm, right? He's never fencing like that if he with animal husbandry worker if he doesn't have it. Is he? Maybe not. I'm not sure. So I'll eat a veg to buy a bounty thing here. And I get another 2 clay. And then I get 2 food from milking stool. And then I eat a cattle to feed 6. I guess I'll do F wood A feed 6. Keep 2 food. And eat a wood. Plow so flipped. Gonna family growth here. And here is where I can play sawmill or apiary or breeding barn. Apiary looks good. Sawmill doesn't have to come in until round 13. And breeding barn can come in round 14. So I like apiary here. Def should be taking the cattle here, I believe, and then we might see Merc start player. Maybe start player into plow sow. Doesn't have any crops though. Hard to say. Wish I had a way to turn clay into something. All the cheap wood. Yeah, I mean, I do still have 8 wood. So I do need 7 more. But yes, I do still need more wood. Catchy-slim needs 1 more wood grab total. So the thing is, catchy-slim only needs 1 more wood grab total. Def only needs wood insofar as building stables, but he doesn't need wood for anything else. Family growth looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I like family growth. Getting family growth here. Do I play sawmill or do I play breeding barn? Let's play sawmill. Eat a cattle? Eating a cattle seems wrong. Eat the boar? Eating the boar seems wrong. pretty sure I want to keep the vegetable for bounty. Yeah, eat the boar, I suppose, to buy a field and another vegetable. Yeah, that makes my breeding barn more difficult. Hello, Yellinger. Welcome. Last action, 3 sheep, I think. Don't mind the food. 2 points and some food. Or more than 2 points. Probably at this point breeding barn's not getting played. I think I should probably accept that. That I don't quite have enough wood for breeding barn. And it's not worth it to play it for 1 cattle in 1 field. Like, I probably get first move family growth into second move 6 wood. That's what it's looking like. Apiary sows a vegetable. I should plan to take a grain next round so I can sow a grain. And then sow bake is a pretty decent action in 14. Although it's okay. I guess it's not great. It's not amazing. Apiary sow. This game is kind of crazy. The well's still available and there's 4 stone on the table. I guess Def is taking the 4 stone, right? To secure his stonehouse reno. Man, I'm losing to Def, aren't I? I don't know. I guess I have the stables. I have more fields. I have more... I don't know that I have more pastures yet. I should have more pastures. And the animal... I should have the animal husbandry worker points. catchyslim took wood. Okay, yeah, I knew catchyslim needed 1 more wood action. So if I probably get 4 wood, 3 wood next round. And then that's my fencing 15. There's some reno pressure. If I take 4 stone next round, there's a chance that it doesn't actually go into reno. But the fact that the well's still available, I think means that it might be okay. Yeah, Def takes 4 stone. Knew that was coming. I mean, Mercator's got to be taking 3 stone here, right? Mercator's going to reno well. I'm pretty sure. Or at least that's what I would be looking to do as Mercator. Not knowing the rest of their hand. Yeah, 3 stone looks reasonable to me for Mercator. I'm regretting that 6 clay over 6 wood action. I know that it let me reno quicker, but I haven't actually spent the clay on anything aside from reno. And I could have renoed and done something different later. Mercator's playing Journeyman here. And then Def takes the other stone. So Def gets the stone and builds the well, which is kind of ridiculous. I am winning on the Reeve points, obviously, over Def. And you know what? 4 of his improvements have no points on them. Okay. Now the well, Stonehouse plus the well is great, but the well just offsets my stables, and I should be getting the animal husbandry worker points, which I think Def is not, unless he has a way to reorganize his farm. If he has a way to reorganize his farm, then yeah, he gets the points as well, but I'm pretty sure he's got the if your farm is filled family growth card, and I think he was playing into that. So he might plow and then try to second move start player here. Not getting the pottery hurt pretty bad. Yeah, well, with random 8 clay here and the chance for even more. It's kind of silly. Catchyslim means fence, not reno. Yeah. Yeah, catchyslim is on fence. So that's good. Because Def has built 15 fences, and Mercator's at 15. So that means regular fence is uncontested next round. Mark's going to reno cooking hearth upgrade here. Star player comes back to me again. These guys really do not want start player, eh? Well, I'm grabbing 4 wood here, certainly. 4 wood comes with a stone. Yeah, I guess fencing 15 means I have more points in a couple categories over Def. Plus I have the bonus points, which he has no way of getting. Alright, catchyslim's able to reno, and Def obviously can reno, so those are the 2 renos. So I'm not getting reno next round. So not getting to stone. So Def has Stonehouse and the well over me. He also has some bonus points from Reed and Pottery, so a couple. So those kind of offset, like the Reeve, I guess. I'm gonna grab the boar here. I think I'm not taking wood again, because I think I get wood next round. So I'll eat a boar and a sheep here. Yeah, and then I just let the cattle breed to 4 next round. Next harvest for 2 points from my milking stool. And apiary can sow a vegetable, and that's fine. And I'll eat a wood with sawmill, because I'm going to take wood again next round. Yeah, it's going to be close. Probably pretty close between Def and I. Like I said, I have more field points, but he's going to have, and stables points, but he's got the well and the stone house. I do have one more pasture point. Our animal score might be comparable. Depends on how much food he gets at the end here. We probably have, maybe he has one better animal point than me. He's maybe left with a 1 point vegetable action, so we're tied on veg. We both have very few grain. It's going to be close. Our farms are very similar. But I have the global bonuses, which he does not. So I think that's what I need. I hope that will be enough. Royal Reward. Ooh, 2 point start player is pretty good here. It's pretty good. Yeah, the problem with grain here is that sowing is just not that interesting of an action next round, because I'm going to sow one of the two things anyways. So then the sowing is a 1 point move. So yeah, sowing is not like super exciting. And it might not even be... Maybe it's 2 points because I'm going to have to eat a vegetable or something. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, let's let all the wood spaces accumulate. Take rain here. I can react to what Def does to use that to decide what I do. He might take 6 wood. It's possible he first moves 6 wood to 4 stable. Not to mention, the 6 wood getting to me would be a big points for me. That would be really big points for me. Yeah, so sowing the grain is only good if I also sow next round. Whereas I could apiary the vegetable a couple times for some food. I'll apiary V. Because then 1 grain is 1 point, same with vegetables next round. And then feed 2 food, milk, and 7. And eat a wood as well, I suppose. I gave myself 1 too many food for the joinery, or for the sawmill. Eat wood as well, I guess. Def builds the joinery here on Reno. Oh, I eat a cattle too. So I actually have 6 food, plus, so milking stool is going to be 2. If I apiary a veg, that's 2, so I don't need to eat a wood in this final harvest. So that means, and I probably am going to have an action where I want to take wood. So maybe I shouldn't eat the wood. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten the wood. Yeah. Well, sawmill at 2 is a point, right? The 3rd wood would not be a point. It's 2, 4, 5, yeah. So the extra wood doesn't matter. Oh, I guess I get a stone as well. Not that I don't think it matters, but get a stone. So I think I want to fence 15 because that gives me right away, because that gives me more animal point actions. Because breeding barn is a point if I take 1 cattle. Breeding barn is a point It's a point because I get the field, and the 2 wood is the 2 wood and the point on the card are neutral. So it's 1 point just for the field, and then if it gets me a second cattle, that's actually going to be multiple points. Okay, yeah. So fence 15, try to get one cattle here, and then play breeding barn, and then probably food or wood, maybe 4 wood. These guys are afraid of. They both first actioned Reno when they didn't have to. Do they know something that I don't know? Do they know about an occupation that I'm not aware of, maybe? I wonder. 4, 5. So it's a 10 point action for me to fence. I'm 12 points behind Def at the moment, but that's without any points from Sawmill or Milking Stool or Reeve. Yeah. I think I'm in a good spot here. Just as long as I have enough actions that are worth points at the end of the game. Which they should be. I should have enough. So what's too bad, what would be nice here is if I had saved an occupation for the end of the game here, that could give me a boar and a sheep, that would have let me eat all my boar and sheep and breed the cattle up to 5, and then I could be letting the cattle breed to 6 and use the occupation after fencing to get an extra 4 points. So that would have been an interesting line. Fence 15. So yeah, cattle, if I play breeding barn, cattle is 2 points. But realistically, cattle enables a several point breeding barn. That's the way I should be reading that, probably. I can build the hearth, cooking hearth for 1 point. Yeah, I guess breeding barn is only a point if the food doesn't matter, which I'm pretty sure the food does not matter. I get 2 food from milking stool, and I can eat a vegetable, which I'm going to apiary sow here. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have better stuff to do than take a grain and apiary grain. So so I'll have a vegetable to eat for 2 food, plus milk for 2, so that's 10 right there. That's my 10 though. That is my 10 right there. So unless I do something else that gets me food, that is my 10 food. Maybe I should go about it this way, which is taking sheep, which is a point. This is a point and a food if I play breeding barn. Point and 2 food, which enables breeding barn. Or should I take 4 wood, which is just 2 points straight up? Def might last action take the 4 wood, but nobody else wants the 4 wood. 4 wood is it's actually 2 points and 3 food, but I think I wheel the 4 wood. Yeah, maybe breeding barn is probably just not worth playing. Probably better just a 1 boar, 4 wood. Yeah, because yeah, you know what? The sheep is also good because it takes a 2 point action away from Def. So now Def can take a grain here. Oh, he plays Cloister Dweller. Okay, That's 4 points. I don't think that's enough. I think I'm beating Def. Ah, you know what? He's got the Royal Reward. I forgot about Royal Reward. 4 wood and a boar here. Yeah. This breeding barn. Okay, the breeding barn. It lets me eat a sheep. So it's a 1 point move. So the boar is a 1 point move. So no matter what, breeding barn is 1 point. But it costs a point on the wood. I think this is the same number of points just taking boar here. I'm not sure, actually. Breeding barn is better because we plow for a point. Right. But that's the only point from breeding barn. The only point from breeding barn. That's the only point from breeding barn. Yeah. So boar is equivalent to breeding barn here at this point. The point on it counteracts the lost point from sawmill. So apiary, a vegetable, eat a vegetable, and 6 food, milk V. Breed a ton of extra points, 2 point milking stool, 1 point bounty, 2 point animal husbandry worker, 3 point reeve, and sawmill comes out at 6. Sawmill is not counted at all, so 7, 9, 11, 14, so I score 58 altogether. So I beat Def by 7 points. 5 points. Because he scored 53. So 46, 58, 36, 53. GG. Is it just me, or if I win the next game, that's the same pattern that like every 2-Win Tuesday has had? Like every 2-Win Tuesday has had this pattern. For the last couple weeks at least, sorry. Not every, obviously. Alright, GG. Guys, I'm going to take a short break, and looks like I'm hopping into another game right away. So be back momentarily.